Announcing the commencement of the first purge.
I want you to change the world, and don't think that this is going to happen peacefully or you can do it alone. We need to kill the rich. You get out there, you use your weapons, and you rip Washington apart. You hunt down the billionaires, the bank bosses, the CEOs, the scumbags, and the liars, the governors, the lobbyists, the senators, because they're all the same, and you hang them.
Just remember all the good the purge does.
Good morning, everyone. It's June 18th, 2018. So, I started working at this country club a couple weeks ago. And I thought only the super rich were like this. But I was wrong. This country club was started back in 1908. And ever since then, the same families, generation after generation, have joined this club. The amount of food and other beverages that get thrown away at this place is astounding. I'm talking about hundreds of pounds every fucking day. These people, they have really good lives. They don't have any needs or wants. And the gratitude they have for having this good life is they take a bite of their plate and push it away. So, it's not only the super rich that's the problem. It's the people, anyone that has privilege and takes it for granted. And what I mean by privilege is not having a want or a need. Having good lives. No struggles, you know. And not real ones anyway. You know, they might get passed over for their for a better job or a promotion or whatever, but it's not the same thing. I mean, we're talking about judges, police chiefs, you know, these kind of people. They're not the ruling class, but they're just below that. And they're just as bad. They're just as gluttonous, and greedy, and selfish. The average salary at this place is $15 an hour. It's not, you know, the pay isn't bad. You get a decent Christmas bonus. But overall, you really are exposed to the greed and the gluttony and the sloth of these people. It is this greed, gluttony, sloth that has ravaged our country, has ravaged our world. Can you imagine how many people it could be fed who have nothing just off the food that some of these country clubs throw away? The local homeless shelter would probably benefit greatly from this food. And Walmart does it, you know, all the stores, big stores out there, they throw away thousands of pounds of food a year. Meanwhile, in Africa and other parts of the world, hell, here in the United States, there are little children starving to death. I'll be honest with you, I don't even eat 3 square meals a day. Not that I can't. I just don't. So, and it is this mentality of the rich. This, yeah, the rich. This take it for granted mentality. Worry about ourselves mentality. Is why I have the intro that I have. Well, at least part of the reason. I really believe what Bill says in the intro. But there's a lot going on, so I'll get to it here. I'd like to thank you, my new subscribers. Although I haven't made a video in one week, and the last one wasn't all that good. I've been trying to get my sleeping schedule right, and I can't. Like last night, man, I could not fall asleep to save my fucking life. And this is after I smoked a whole bunch of weed, took Tylenol PMs. I still couldn't sleep. Alright, so tough on crime state representative who pushed laws to benefit cops gets DWI despite begging. See, he wants tougher laws on everyone but himself. But his colleagues. Everyone else is fair game. There's the mentality of the rich once again. Federal agents harass a dog trainer for commenting online about a kill shelter. Those dogs can go and feed a lot of people. No, I'm just kidding. Social Security and Medicaid going bankrupt. U.S. gives $10.5 million a day to Israel. Can you imagine what that $10.5 million could do for some of us in this country? Why is Israel getting it? What's in the deal for us? I venture to say, not a goddamn thing. Oh yeah, this is a lovely one. I cops caught injecting powerful sedative they classify as a date rape drug into dozens of suspects. And of course this drug is ketamine. So they inject the suspects with ketamine for some reason, to maybe mellow them out, but they're still forcefully injecting somebody with ketamine. You know how fucking dangerous ketamine is? BLM agents open fire on innocent couple. Shoot woman because ATV drove near a restricted area. And that land is supposed to belong to all of us. Not just the federal government. But it doesn't, does it? Otherwise, the BLM wouldn't be allowed to shoot people riding ATVs there. Guard who ignored Parkland shooter was caught sexually harassing victim a year before and was never fired. And there's so much more on this, just this one page. Man catches cops on video framing him to justify blowing up his door and raiding his home. I bet that guy was a law-abiding, pro-cop kind of guy. Look at him. He learned the hard way. Just like that guy with the shotgun learned the hard way. Cops are not your friends. They're your enemies. They are your enemies. make no mistake about it, when the day comes, and it will, when the day comes to drag your ass to one of these places, you'll say, I didn't tell you it would be them to help, because they will help. They are order followers, and that's it. If they are told to kill you, they will kill you. If they are told to lock you up in one of these detention centers that Walmarts have been converted to, they will. Cop convicted of trying to have sex with a child gets taxpayer-funded retirement, no jail. What do you suppose should have been done with him? I think he should have been hung, or should be hung. There's just one page here. U.S. resumes funding for white helmets as Russia warns of World War III. Intense video shows cops shoot fleeing man in the back, and the citizens there swarmed the cops after they shot the man in the back. It's about fucking time. They should have lynched that fucking cop. That is exactly what should happen each and every time one of these motherfuckers rapes a child, uses their power in a way that in such a way that it's harmful to everyone around them. They should be lynched. High-level Seattle cop found guilty of repeatedly raping his own children. It wasn't even somebody else's children. It was his own children. Cop kills shirtless man as he walks away from him. So now you can't even calmly walk away from the cops without being shot in the fucking back. When is it going to be time for us to become that standing army that is so desperately needed to counter these people, the people that I referred to in the beginning of my video? Like I said, this is just one page. Here's a good one for you. This is 2 days ago. Disease X kills hundreds in China. 40% mortality rate. An unusually dangerous virus for humans. Wow. Another pandemic unfolding. You have to wonder if it was on purpose. You have to wonder if they're all on purpose. Oh, yeah. Russian army gets the weapons of the future today. Serving the 2 billion unbanked a new $1 trillion market. You might want to get in on this. Banks are scared, and they should be. They've forgotten that the customer is king, and that this is a digital era where innovative new fintech companies have them surrounded. Digital and mobile payment platforms are replacing traditional banks and credit card systems. American frustration with the banking industry has led to record years of mounting complaints. Yeah, I mean, you have to pay to get your own fucking money out of the ATM machine. You have to pay to make purchases a lot of times with these cards. Laura Bush outraged by U.S. border policy, but okay with her husband destroying the Middle East, and of course lying about weapons of mass destruction. But hey. I think she killed somebody before too. Drunk driving? I'm not 100% on that though. Julian Assange, this is going to be the 6th anniversary of his entrance into the embassy, and supporters are preparing to speak out, as if speaking out is going to stop the CIA or UK intelligence from snatching this motherfucker up the very instant he steps foot outside this Ecuadorian embassy in London. Israel plans to jail anyone filming soldiers in the West Bank. I wonder why. Maybe because they're committing their own Holocaust there in the West Bank. I mean, how can they preach about the Holocaust or even comment or even have anything to say about it when they act the exact same way as Adolf fucking Hitler did? Excuse me. Coffee burp. What could go wrong? U.S. Army to deploy autonomous killer robots on battlefield by 2028. And of course, this is wishful thinking if Deagle.com's population forecast is correct for the United States. They're going to need the robots because there's not going to be anyone left to fight for them. Of course, they can always go to some poor country and recruit some poor little bastards to be their cannon fodder, but it's not going to be Americans. There's not going to be enough of us. And by the way, that volcano is still going off. They thought that it would be over with by now, but it keeps going and going and going. And now scientists are worried that a chunk of this volcano is going to bust off and fall into the ocean. If that happens, a lot of places are going to have to kiss their asses goodbye, because the tsunami that's caused by such an event would be massive, and it would go in many different directions, and it would kill probably millions of people. So be watching out for that. Yellowstone continues to show symptoms of building up to an eruption, so be looking for that. And we can only hope. We can only hope, right? I mean, it is only something like that that's going to end our enslavement. It ain't going to be us, because the American people are too cowardly and spineless to stand up and take what's ours. This happened in Maine. Man dies after brutal beating by Muslim migrant mob in Lewiston Park. And the press Herald doesn't see fit to mention the fact that this teen mob was made up of Somali Muslim migrants. They're some more rich cultural, well, some more cultural enrichment for you. Why cover this up? Because apparently Lewiston officials, as well as the local media there, are intent upon covering up migrant crimes so that the non-Muslim natives will remain ignorant and complacent regarding the Muslim migration influx. This isn't supposed to be a problem under Donald Trump, but here we are. Here we are. We need a huge event so badly to level the playing field, and I pray every day for it. Yeah. This is going on in San Francisco. Of course, San Francisco isn't the only place that's turned into a third world shithole. Many American cities have. And many American cities share the same problem. Heroin mixed with fentanyl. You know what I say, though? I say, let the motherfuckers kill themselves. Because there ain't no fixing people. Can't fix them. Can't go back. So, you know, there's no shortage of things going on. And many of these things could cause the event that we've all been waiting for to happen. Oh, man. Anyway. The American Medical Association says take your meds while doctors take your guns. Say take your guns. What business is it of theirs if you have a gun? Fuck. What business is it of theirs if I have a gun? It's not their business. And that's the problem with the state. Is they think everything is their business. They think everything you do is their business. And goddamn it, if they don't like what you're doing, they will come and they'll fucking put you in a psych ward or throw you in a county jail for as long as they want, and no one will do anything to help you. So, anyway, I'll try to make another one today if I think of something to talk about. I do apologize for the lack of videos lately. Like I said, I've been trying to get my sleep schedule in order, and it's been very difficult. But I will continue to make videos, and if I get enough subscribers to go back to doing it constantly, I will. But as I stand now, I only have 88, and that's down from, what, 750 or something like that on my old channel. So, trying to build back up. And I have to make money in the meantime. So, I wasn't quite making enough on the side jobs. So anyway, if I think of something else to talk about, I will. Until the next time, though, kill the state before the state kills you.